Good evening everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the very interesting lab components, the spinner, the list view and the toast. So today's class is all about mobile applications, UI related items. So we'll be coding as well. So what exactly we discussed in the previous class? We discussed about the layouts, the resources, the views and the event handling mechanisms. So in detail if I have to say what all things we discussed, what do you mean by a view? Whatever you see, everything is a view. What is a view group we discussed? And then we discussed about the various layouts. Either it is a linear layout or a grid layout or a table layout. We looked into the how we can group all these items which are very efficiently we can be used it. Next we looked into the resources part. What are the different resources available, and at the end we handled how do we handle the events, we looked into it. So with this knowledge, today what we are going to do is with the lecture 10 on a mobile applications class, what we are going to do here is the spinners, the toast and the list view. Very interesting one which is part of your lab as well. What exactly we are going to do? Let me see. We will take an example. What do you mean by a toast? Why do we need all these things? If you have observed in your mobile, you come across a toast kind of a message wherein it comes and goes away. A blinking message and goes away whenever the notification we have to say. Earlier days, a notification used to come with a small message and it used to wipe. Means there was no closing, there was nothing. It used to be there for a 2 or 3 seconds on top of your screen and it used to vanish. So that's called a toast, which means in a screen you can display a toast message or a notification message over here, which means a message hi. It makes itself visible and then it vanishes. So this is nothing but a toast. We'll be developing this toast. I'll be showing how do we develop it. Next, the spinner. How exactly it looks like a spinner? Spinner is very similar to your drop down list, wherein you have a list of items, list of phone number, a list of places where you want to check it out, you want to select any particular item. So this is nothing but a spinner. A spinner with the places or whatever you want to show, a drop down list. We can say it as a drop down list. So why do we need it? To select which item you want to select it. This is one aspect. The last one is a list view. List view is a fixed set of data arranged in vertical manner. Either it could be retrieved from the database and you're going to make it as a static data which is listed in order. It could be places like Karnataka, Maharashtra, Hyderabad, Chennai, likewise it is fixed, you cannot select, you cannot do anything. So it is mainly used to display an array of items or string of items, or from the database you want to list out all the items available, which is very meant. So what exactly what we are trying to do here is mostly we are looking into how do we display the items in a better way, either in terms of views or in the toast or in the spinner. So how do we effectively display the items to a user making use of the screen? So you might have displayed it using a grid view in your .NET or in web applications where in a table form. You can display it in the table form as well. But since your mobile is a linear kind of a fashion, so it is good to display the data in a linear way. So using a list view. Or if you want to select something, then use a spinner. Or you want to just display a notification, it's good to go with a toast. So with this, let's start one by one, a toast, a spinner and a list view with a code part. So I'm going to give you a demo of how exactly a toast, how exactly a spinner is worked. So I'm going to create a new project, or else I have already created a considering I've already created, I'm going to create a new project. Okay, coming back. What we'll be doing right now will be with a toast message. What exactly we are trying to do? We are trying to develop a toast message. On clicking a button, it will say hi. A toast will display and it will vanish. So this is what we are trying to achieve, a toast message. So it is still getting ready with the coding part. Once it is ready, we will be able to start the coding. It's very easy. It is just in a Java code. We will be able to achieve that with just a button and toast message. We can look into the activity main.xml and then we can look into the Java part as well. So the Java code, is also available. So now what we can do is we'll drag and drop a toast into our activity. In place of hello world, we'll try to bring in a button. On top of it, we'll try to display a toast message. On clicking a button, it should say hi. So it's simple, just to check it out. This would be more a benefit. This would be more useful while you are using it in our debugging, runtime debugging. You want to see some message, what is happening on clicking this. So for all those purposes, it would be more helpful. In the meanwhile, let's write a toast message, not to waste time much. So the syntax goes very simple. Toast, by default all the libraries are included for a toast. So toast, it has to display make toast. So unless it builds properly, we will not be able to get the items as our intelligence. We have to wait and get it. The indexes is still happening. Till this happens, we will not be able to move forward. So I'll give you a brief how exactly toast looks like. If you are observing a code here, this is a toast which we are trying to do here. A toast.make text is a function, and we are specifying the context here. This is a static class calling the function make text, and we are making sure that the context is the current context main activity dot this, and then we can give you whatever the text over here. We are giving text which has been taken from a selected item, and then this is a third parameter is toast.length, for how long the visibility should be there when the message comes, and at the last we have to say dot show. So a make toast function takes three parameters: the context, the message, and the length of the message. At end we give a show so that it gets displayed on the screen. Sorry, it is still getting loaded. So this is one part which will be doing it. The other part will be our a spinner. So for which, how exactly, what is a spinner we discussed? Spinner was all about displaying the items as just like a drop down list. So for which how do we are we achieving it? The list of items we are trying to display here, if you are observing it, it is the text which we are trying to display. Sorry, the numbers, phone numbers which we are trying to display it here, and we are keeping it an array of strings, all these numbers, and then we are making use of an array adapter. So what exactly is array adapter meant for? See, we have to display it on the application, for which a basic string, array of string cannot be directly converted into a spinner. We cannot load it directly. So for which all this list view or spinner makes use of an adapter, very similar to our mobile adapter. If you have observed it, in mobile directly we cannot plug in the current. We need adapter so that it converts, it reduces the power of the current to 5 volts or 12 volts, and then it supplies. Likewise, your mobile, in this app, spinner is like a mobile, and the data which is coming in, everything goes through the adapter, because adapter can fit into the controls or the views, either it is a spinner or a list view, it will fit into it. So that's the purpose we are making use of an array adapter. So once we make use of an array adapter, then we give it to we make sure that we give the data to the spinner. So array adapter, remember the adapter part and the spinner part. So let's I think it is still getting ready. Sorry, I thought it was ready. So it is still getting built. It's almost there, I guess. So still the display part is not over. If the display comes in, then we are ready to go. So adapter is, you need to remember, for any controls to be filled the data, we need an adapter. So without which we will not be able to do that. Still it is not loaded. The project is still getting loaded. Unless it loads completely, we will not be able to code properly. Okay, it seems it has been loaded completely. I'm just refreshing it. Let's check into our, yes, it has come up. So the display part is ready. If you are observing it, we have a message here, and I don't want that hello world. So I'm going to delete that hello world. So I'm going to have a button on top of it. So it will be so the constraint management I am trying to do. Button is kept here. Now let's write a toast message. Yes, now it is available. The make text. What exactly the context we have to give? The context is main context is main activity dot this, and the message which I want to display here is hi. So within the quotes, I would like to have it within the quotes, and then we would like to have the length of the message, how long it should be displayed. Toast dot length long, and we want to display it show part. So when do you want this? I would like to have it at the time of a button. So declare a button on clicking a button. So button find view by ID r dot ID dot button. Okay. So now using that button, button dot set on click listener event new okay. Here I am going to write a toast. I am going to copy that toast and paste it here. On clicking a button, it should display hi message, hi MIT. Okay, I am ready with this. Let me run the application. The application should be, once it is built completely, then it is going to display. So have patience till it gets the toast message gets displayed. Let's have a we wait with the patience. It is getting built. We need to be till it builds, we have to wait. Gradle is trying to build the complete application for the first time. It is going to take more time. Once it is built, we will be able to see that. It has been built successfully and it is getting installed. Application has successfully installed. Now button has come. So if you are observing it here, a message has come and it is vanishing. If I click a button, a message comes, hi MIT, and this is nothing but a toast. This is nothing but a toast. So it automatically comes, it goes away. So with a long length, you can control the time span as well of how long you want it. With this, I am going to end today's class. So in the next class, I'm going to continue with the spinner and the list view. Thank you all.